All right, so this is going to be back-end Shopify kind of breakdown of how things work. I'm going to just roll into it. I'm going to kind of bounce around in the order that I think it is proper to roll to go through. Starting with products. So inside of here, you're going to find different subcategories, and I'll get into them a little bit. However, this is basically a breakdown of the actual product and everything that is in your inventory. We have about 430 things. It'll show you how many you have in stock. Uh, However, going into this piece, you're going to see when you go into the inventory side of things, you can add, edit, and adjust your inventory very simply. There's some things that we're out of. There's some things that our manufacturers don't supply anymore, and that's why we're at zero. So you can go into here. It's very simple. You can type in nail drill bits, and it'll pull up all of the nail drill bits that you actually have. Or if you want to go into a very direct place to find something, you know exactly what product you're looking for. It's a, don't have that. That's a stock keeping unit that will pull up the exact items that you have. So I'm going to open, before I get into this, I'm going to go into back to all products to show you what adding a product actually looks like. Super simple, super straightforward, not very difficult. You have your title here, you have your description here. Inside of this, you can decide how you're going to format everything. You can add in photos and videos into your actual description of what it is. However, if you're going to add a photo in, you want to go into upload image, and that'll be the image that shows up into the actual catalog of or collection. They call it a collection. So your actual collection of what you do, and that'll be the image that shows up. Your title will show up, and then when somebody clicks on it, your description will show up. Go down, price, all very basic stuff. You have to make the decision here, charge taxes on this product, don't charge taxes on this product. Regardless, you're going to owe the taxes when it's done. You can either incorporate them into your business model of your actual pricing, or you can charge an additional tax onto this. Going down, when you go into the inventory, this is a very important piece of this. And this here is going to be the actual stock keeping unit, right? The unit that the number that you qualify, or words that you qualify a product by. The barcode is going to be the actual barcode. Now, if it's a whatever the barcode is, what the barcode is. You can make the decision here. Very simple. You don't track the inventory. You don't really care. It's drop shipping, or you want it to track the inventory so it stops selling when you reach a certain quantity, which is where you put this in. Same thing to allow people to buy it when it's out of stock. Moving down your weight, country, region, who fulfills it. So if you're going to be fulfilling, drop shipping it, then you're going to come into here, you're going to add your drop shipper in a different section, and then it'll give you the option of who's going to fulfill it. Leaving it in Shopify leaves it on you. So that means that you hold the actual inventory, you hold what it is. And when somebody places the order for the product, which I'll go through in a little bit, you kind of run backwards. But when somebody places the order for the product, has the title, has a description, you don't see that, has your stock keeping unit, and then that's what Shopify actually manages the product with. You can add different variants, so very easy. Like if you want to do, if you're going to be doing T-shirts and you have three sizes, you separate the value of the comma, large, medium, small. There it is. Then you have multiple colors inside of that. So you can also edit this to be whatever you want. And the same thing goes to here. You can edit this. So you can add different variations very easily. Maybe blue, gold, right? And so when the person opens up the actual product, they'll be able to select large shirt, blue. And you can add it down quite a bit. different prices for different sizes. They do require a different stock keeping unit. And then when you go into search engine stuff, like it allows you to actually go through the same way you would if you were programming HTML to put together a page title, the meta description, and then you can actually create the URL that you want to have behind it. So it doesn't just say random whatever the title is, because if you just do this, and then on here, that's the title. If you want to adjust the actual title, so when people search on Google, you go here, and then that will be what shows up. Boom, 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 fleet. Okay, so very simple, very straightforward. Inventory, like I said, is going to be used to actually go through and adjust inventory and adjust items. Well, just the inventory, really. Just do another go up. You can do 45. You can add that many. You can set it to that amount. Now, when you're going into an actual product, when you go back to the product part of things, you can also search for anything you want here based on stock keeping numbers or words or whatever it is. Obviously, super user friendly, and that's what they try to do. This stuff here I'm not going to get into now, but you can export everything, edit it in a spreadsheet, and then re-upload it and adjust everything a little bit easier. Like if you want to adjust the price for all of one item and you have 400 items of it and you want to scroll down and actually adjust it all at once instead of going through and editing each thing one thing at a time, different story, but you can do that. Then probably should have started at home, but we'll just go into home now. So this is what it shows. This is today. This is how many people came to the website. And there you scroll down, it shows you how many, all this very basic stuff, right? That is good information to know that you can adjust. We're doing better right now than this, but whatever. Very basic things that you can adjust and, or not adjust, but very basic things that are good to know, to see, kind of a good place to go. If you want to track live visitors, you can see them there. You can see where they're located. You can see how many pages are being viewed per minute, all that stuff. I do recommend Google Analytics if you want to be tracking that stuff much more closely with a little more data. Moving into orders. So here you're going to have your actual orders of what is purchased from you. So these are the different orders that have been purchased from us. You can see everything that has been shipped versus things that are waiting to be fulfilled. From here, this is one of my favorite things about Shopify, that like, it just works so well on the back end and it's super simple to use in a lot of ways. So this product here, one of them, now very important, like I said, you'll have your stock keeping unit that you put into your actual, when you add the product, that will track the actual product. Okay. Underneath this, it's gonna tell you where it came from. For Amazon orders, it tells you underneath. For eBay orders, it tells you at the side. Just the difference of the actual app for the sales channel, which you can see all over here. Scroll down, it tells you information about it. And then if you go back, it's important. I think it's important. I follow this stuff. I look at it, I track it. So this is going to be a different order that we had. And this right here is going to show multiple things that are happening. It shows the picture of the product and then all of the SKUs going all the way down. You can see there's not Amazon underneath. There's no eBay here. So this will tell the conversion summary will tell you exactly where it came from. It's their first order. They came from Instagram for the very first time in one session over one day. Now this is just depending on how many times they came to your website, where they visited from, all these items. So you can go through and look at all this, and then this shows everything that's going on with that person, right? So I want to backtrack real quick. The reason that it's very important to have, and I'm going to do a front and not front logistics side of this video, so that I can show you how this works on the back end right right now. However, when I create a video where I'm going to be live in person and I'm going to show you how I fulfill orders and how I organize things, you'll be able to see why this is important and the numbers are important. Then, I mean, you have other stuff here. You can see this. You can go to your abandoned checkouts. It tracks people who are actually on your website and what's happening. I mean, this bums me out when I look at it, to see all this money of people who are interested in the products that we had, but actually didn't follow through and purchase them. But that's like anything, even when somebody's walking through an actual brick and mortar store and they pick up a product and they go, "Oh, I really like this," and they're thinking about buying it and put it back on the shelf. That's essentially what this is. So moving from there, going to customers. This is, I want to discuss, not what I wanted to do. Going to customers, and it's going to pull up all of the customers that have purchased from you, and you can organize them by a lot of things. Like, you can add so many different filters to it. You can figure out who's spending the most money in your store. So maybe you can spend them a special, or you can send them a special discount code, or maybe just send them a gift just to say, "Hey, like, we appreciate your business. We're glad that you come back to us. Here's this new product line that we brought on," and boom, right? That's the way that I use it, and planning to use it more. And you can go through it and you can look at how much money people are spending with you, where it's coming from, which is very important as well. And you can see, I'll do it very quickly. You can see, let's see. So in order to be eligible for accepting email marketing, they have to come through your store, because eBay and Amazon are not eligible for email marketing. And then you can also, so you go through there. Those are the people who are eligible for email marketing, meaning they purchase on your store, and then you can see who spent the most money with you. You can go through, and then you can select those people and send them a gift just as a thank you, or just so you know, whatever it is. Going into analytics, I mean, it's super straightforward, right? I use different things for analytics, but you can go back and you can select very easily. You can select different stuff from here, of the date range that you want, the different things that you want. You can also go back, you can select the actual exact dates. And then when you select this compared to previous dates, it'll show you what it is. So if you're month to date, it'll show you the 1st to the 11th of the last month, and you'll be able to compare where you're at. So last month we were actually offline for a short time, and we've also been having a really great month. Like, we're not absolutely crushing it by any means, but the business is growing. We like to see it. And you'll see that we've also been advertising as well, quite a decent amount. So you'll see that this is down. We're normally about 15 to 20, but we've been trying to advertise a lot more to bring in new customers, and it seems to be working. I'm super excited about it. And yeah, so this is it. This is the analytics, right? Very straightforward. It'll show you where people come from, how they get there. It'll show you the top landing pages. And like I said, you can use Google Analytics to actually follow things a little bit more. Some of this, like, I don't even know who this is right here at the very top. Obviously, Pinterest is Pinterest and that stuff, but like, I don't even know who this is. And we get a lot of random one-off. I think they're just bots or search engines or whatever it is crawling our website to see what's going on here. Yeah. So I'm not going to go extremely into each one of these because I don't want to make this a 45-minute video. What I hope is that this can be a little quick back end side of it, and then I can show you the front end side. And then from there, if you have any more questions and want me to go into anything more specific, and also nobody's following me at this point, and nobody's watching my stuff too much. But I think as time goes on and things continue to move the way they do, that they will. And if you watch this video and you want to have a little more explanation on any one of these in particular, then I'd be happy to do so. I don't use this marketing channel because I prefer to use the actual direct marketing channels, meaning using shopping on Google and Google ads, using Facebook and Facebook advertising. Instead of running it through here, I feel like you have more options and more control over what's going on. This I accidentally clicked on it earlier. Again, super straightforward. You can decide how you want to create a discount. It can be automatic where everybody constantly always gets that, or it can be a one-time code like, let's go down, this one right here, and it'll show you exactly, like, that's the discount code. They type it in at the time of purchase and it deducts 20% off the entire order. Super easy to create here. I wish there were more options and more flexibility inside of here. However, it's not there. Different apps that you can be using. I actually don't really use any of these, which, because I prefer to use outside of these options. However, I do like this because it actually takes our uh, email marketing list and lets us create something and then just go right through them. Down here, going into sales channels, this is the store. I'll come back here, click on Amazon real quick. I'm not going to go too deep into this. Just give you a quick overview. I don't know if anybody watched my earlier video. I've been having issues with the actual. I need to go back and link those products. That's right. With the actual Amazon app, actually creating listings from inside of here. You go here, create listing. But right now, there's something on the back end of Shopify that's not connecting with Amazon appropriately. That's on Shopify, and I think they're going to get it fixed and get it there. However, this allows you to see all of the listings that you have. You can create one from there. All of this stuff here. Well, this is just super straightforward. That's the actual registration, right? And then the only two I really use are Amazon, eBay, and then our online store. Probably should be using them more, but I use them separately just because it feels like it works better. So this is how many products we have listed. This is how many variants, and then we have 73 that are ready to publish. So I talked about like we have more products, but in my mind, we're waiting on these gel polishes right now, and in my mind, they're already here. That's why I think we have 450 products total. That's 450 SKUs. They're not here yet. They'll be here in the next couple weeks, but whatever. I just talked about it like it's already happened. So again, you can see everything very similar to the way that if you go to products, you can see everything listed here in eBay. I'm not going to create full tutorials for Amazon. Well, Amazon I can't because it's not working properly, or creating products on eBay through the actual Shopify tutorial. However, when you go into a listing, it looks very similar to this. You can use the actual product you have on Shopify, or you can customize it. So for Shopify, I want my store to look a little bit cleaner versus on eBay, I want to be capturing as much SEO as I can. Now, not to say that on my products, I'm not entering my products on Shopify, I'm not entering SEO, but I like it to be a little bit cleaner, a little bit more organized, and not just kind of going after as many keywords as possible. You can see very similar, very straightforward, point and click. To the things that are on, very similar to the actual product listing, just done on eBay. It's very easy to get them from your Shopify listing into eBay, and then you can like edit stuff slightly and make it a little bit simpler. Now, I think one of the most important pieces of Shopify, right? This is all back in Shopify right here. This is all stuff that customers don't see, with the exception of the products, but they don't see how it's organized. They don't see how it's set up. But this is your actual website. Okay. So you can decide on how there's different themes. Very easy. You go through here. I've gone through, I've tried different stuff. I've looked at stuff. You can have somebody custom create something for you that you can upload. Shopify does use a programming language called Liquid, so you need to find somebody who can program in that. It's not as common as HTML, but there's plenty of people that do it. You can go to free themes, you can go to all the themes, which includes free and paid. But then once you actually get into the theme that you have, customize, and then this is the actual store, right? So this is the front page, and this is what you have on the front page. Now each theme's a little bit different. They each have their own thing going on. You can add more, so you can go through. It starts with the very basic stuff, and each theme has very similar, but also some of them have different things inside of them that you can add. So you can go through, add a feature product, right? Boom, there it is. Shows up at the bottom. If you do click add, it actually shows up. You go back. I'll go into that in a minute. So there's the feature product. You can hide it, have it. So if it's something you want to work on that isn't quite there, but you can slowly add to it, you can just hide it and go through, work on it, and then go back, right? You can adjust where it goes inside of what is happening. Okay, so I'm just going to actually put it here. I'll hide it. Nobody can see it. At the top, you have you can put a logo here. But I actually just like the way the clean Ashley Nails looks onto it. Search for products, cart, right? All very basic stuff. Here with your menu bar, you can select what you want to have here. And I'll get into that in a second, but you kind of got to go back to mess with it. Now, when you do have a section right here at the top, you can click it and it'll show. So this is the slideshow here. You have options on how often you change the picture. You have the option of the picture, and you can add more pictures. So this makes it very easy, point and click. Now this here, right? This is a shop for section. This is actual collections of products that you have created, which I'm actually going to go back to. I wish I would have touched on it earlier, but I'm a little too far in this to even go try and start over, and I'm not going to edit anything, so I'll just go back so you can re-see it. But these are the collection lists, right? You can add more collections, select collections. You have options here of all the different collections that you have available. Okay, so this is all very easy, point and click. Not rocket science. I think anybody who's probably watching this video is trying to just get an idea for a feel of what Shopify is. No, I don't want to save changes. I'll go back and real quick. I'm going to wrap up with this. So you go to products, right? You've already created your product here. You go to collections. From here, you have two different types of options. You can go, let's go into it, right? So now you have a different title, different description. Now you have two different types. This is automatic, meaning you can go through, you can see product is equal to decal, right? So you can make that decision there. Very simple. Very simple. And the more you add, it'll select through and go through. This has any conditions, or you can do all conditions where it must be required to be this. So I just wanted to come back and finish up on that. However, I think this is a pretty decent back-end overview. The only thing I'm going to go through and do is quickly edit out the names and any addresses that were shown. And then besides that, this is all just going to be raw and live for you to watch. Probably, I don't see a time, but it's probably going to be, I see it's 24 minutes longer than I thought. But there we go. If there's anything else in particular you want to hear about, write me a message, write a comment. I will go in and explain each little piece and create a separate little video just to explain something that you want to know about it, if I know it.